Hey, it's Brewbird. I'm a Canadian girl training to be a distiller in Scotland. Welcome to the Distilled Kitchen. We're in the Borders Distillery bar today, where many of our distillery visitors often ask us what the proper way to drink Scotch is. But never fear, I've brought in a born and bred Scotsman to show us the proper way to drink Scotch Whisky. So let's go! Andrew is the distillery manager here at the Borders Distillery. Prior to working in the distilling industry, he worked in the pharmaceutical industry.
I made drugs for 20 years before I became a distiller.
This is a man who spent his entire adult life either learning how to make drugs, making drugs, or managing the production of drugs. So there's no one better suited to tell us how to enjoy that drug we know and love best, ethanol.
When it comes to tasting whiskey, the first thing you should use is your eyes. If you look at the colour, it's a strong indication of the type of cask that it's been in. I would call this classic bourbon gold. It's been matured in an ex-bourbon cask. If it was darker in colour, it's probably came from a sherry cask. If it was redder in colour, it's probably came from a port cask. But I would call that classic bourbon gold. The other thing you have in your glass is a residue. If you look at the residue, we call that legs, and it's an indication of the alcoholic strength. This is 40% alcohol, so it's got quite good legs. The more alcohol, the slower it'll take to run down.
When you swirl the glass, you'll see liquid streaks run back down into the whiskey. These are the legs. You can see the whiskey legs more clearly here.
The next thing to do is to smell it. Now, don't smell it once, smell it 3 times, because the first thing you're going to smell is alcohol just saturating your nasal passage. So smell it once, smell it twice, smell it 3 times, and by the 3rd time you should start to get the subtleties of the spirit. You should start to get the notes from the raw new make spirit and also the influences from the cask.
Hold on there, Andrew. What's new make spirit anyways?
New make spirit is the spirit that we produce in the distillery. It's a spirit that's been extracted in the mash tun, fermented to spirit in the wash bags, and then distilled twice. Firstly through a wash still, and secondly through a spirit still. It's produced to approximately 71% alcohol. It's then diluted to 63.5% and filled into casks. And finally, to taste it. Cheers. Adding water to whiskey is no problem at all. You obviously don't want to drown it, as we would say, but adding a little drop of water can open it up and influence different flavours. The secret to do it is to do it a little bit at a time. Okay, and then give it a little shake and taste it.
Andrew only talked about adding water here, but the same idea applies to adding ice. The ice will slowly melt as you're drinking it, which dilutes the whiskey and brings out different flavors in it. Andrew was using a Glencairn glass to drink his whiskey. This type of glass is designed specifically for whiskey appreciation, as the bowl shape funnels aromas towards the narrow top, allowing for maximum whiskey appreciation. The solid base also makes it a more stable piece of glassware to hold on to. Old-fashioned tumblers or rocks glasses are also typically used to drink whiskey, but the wide rim doesn't allow for maximum nosing like the Glencairn glass does. Researchers say that taste is 80% smell, so if you really want to enjoy all the subtleties of your whiskey, the Glencairn glass is the way to go. Also, the Glencairn glass is currently endorsed by the Scotch Whisky Association as the official glass for whiskey. Special thanks to Andrew for appearing in this video and to the Borders Distillery for letting me film inside today. I hope you liked this video on how to drink whiskey, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe below. I'll see you next time.